Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of LEGO Jurassic World. For me, it's been about a week since I last did an episode, so this is kind of fitting since it's been a week for you guys, too. Yeah, we're continuing on with The Lost World. And I actually remember, I remember playing this on the Wii U, and I specifically remember there being a pretty long, space in between levels. Lots of walking. So who knows? This level, the coming level might have to be split into two parts. You never know. But yeah, I don't know if I mentioned this in a previous part, but if you're wondering why I'm not collecting studs in the hub world, it is because there is no, here we go. It is because there is no, stud counter in the hub world. So, so all of these, for example, oh man. For example, all of these studs, what is up with this guy? He just won't eat. Here, I'll swap to Sarah. There you go. So, for example, if you were to quit the game and come back, excuse me. If you were to quit the game and come back, all of these studs would reappear. Now, sure, the same goes for a level, but in a level, unless you wanted to restart that level or go through the story mode again, those studs won't show up again. So, if you catch my drift. Plus, having a stud total actually gives me a reason to break stuff. So,
This is as good a place as any for base camp.
This is a game trail, Mr. Ludlow. If you want me to run your little camping...
So yeah, this cutscene actually wasn't in the 3DS version as well.
Peter, get into the outrigger, you're closing in on her. The one with the big red horn, the pompadour.
Those are some Major League toys.
Simply put, Ingen is seeking limited partners to defray some of our expansion costs. You don't bring people halfway around the world to visit a zoo. You bring the zoo to them. Mr. Hammond knew this before he ever dreamt of an island. He began construction on an amphitheater. San Diego is the perfect site. It could be completed
And there's Steven Spielberg,
and ready to receive visitors in less than a month.
We're taking these animals out of here. Back to the mainland.
I think I should tell you guys. Hammond told me these people might show up. He did send a backup plan.
What backup plan?
Me?
Yeah, that's actually where the cutscene starts. He just said, on the 3DS version, it just said, Hammond told me these people, might show up. That's where the cutscene actually starts on the 3DS version.
How much sedative did you shoot it with?
But yeah, it's kind of funny. Like, just thinking about it, this plot's so stupid. Then again, I feel like every Jurassic Park movie after the first one, the plot just gets kind of really dumb. So wait, they want to bring the dinosaurs to the people? Isn't that, like, why would you do that? Especially since, the incident that had to happen beforehand.
They can't be here. Get them.
But, whatever. Jurassic Park 3 has a dumb plot too, and actually I'll give it that, people find it dumb. People find it really dumb, like, oh, Jurassic World, why did they open the park again? And it's like, well, at least in this case scenario, like in The Lost World, it only happened like a year or so after, I'm assuming, like a year or so after the first movie. So that's why I find it dumb. But to be fair, Jurassic World takes place like 20 years in the future, and like they have much more advanced technology to make sure that it is safe. Of course, you know, that's not what happens, but like that's more believable than like 1 year in the future and then they're like, hey, we're gonna make a new park. I know that it's supposed to be like a, you know, a bad corporation and stuff, but I just find it kind of dumb. But, you know, like I said, you know, Jurassic Park 3 has a dumb plot too, so...
Hey! What's going on down there? Someone's left the Pachycephalosaurus out!
Then again, I mean, well, now thinking about it, well, no, Jurassic Park 3's plot is also really dumb. Mainly, not like the entirety of the plot itself, it's just the start of it. It's like, why, if you're paragliding, why would you go over Jurassic Park? Why would you go over, is it East Lunubar? Why would you go over that? There's like so many other places you could be paragliding, but you decide to go there. There, of all places. Anyway, we'll get to Jurassic Park 3 in a little bit. We've got, I think 5? I think 4 more levels. We got 4 more levels of this. I think each, like, story consists of 5 levels, I think. 5 or 6. Actually, given that part 6 was the last part, it probably consists of 5 levels each. So... So, 5 levels each. So, you know, including this level, we got 4 more to go until we get to Jurassic Park 3. Yeah, I plan to do more PS4 streams in the future. Although probably in the future, since, you know, I'm already talking about it and stuff, obviously this will come out after Ben 10 Omniverse. But probably in the future, I'm gonna, if I do PS4 streams, they're just gonna come out after the ones I already have planned. Which means they won't be out for a long time. For a very long time. But, you know, games I could possibly do. I'm currently replaying, I was about to say I'm currently replaying Jurassic Park. Technically I am. No, I'm currently replaying Ratchet & Clank, which I've beaten that multiple times. I could easily do a Let's Play of that. I thought about one of the Persona dancing games, but I tried that, and honestly I don't think that's a very, you know, enjoyable game to watch a stream of, because I wouldn't be able to do a lot of commentary there. You know, when the music's going on, aside from, like, a few no's, or, you know, because I'm trying to, like, press the buttons really fast, aside from a few grunts, you're not going to hear anything from me. Because, you know, I want the viewers to listen to the music. And then, when there's no music, aside from me explaining a few things, there's social links where a lot of dialogue is shown. So it's like... there's not really moments where I can talk. And also the big issue is games that have cutscene skips. Or not, what I mean is games that have scenes where it blocks you from recording it. So for example, if I do Ratchet & Clank, I'm gonna have to keep in mind that a lot of the cutscenes in Ratchet & Clank are blocked. If I want to do Knack, every cutscene is blocked. So, like, yeah, it's one of those things, which kind of, like, limits the amount of games that I can play, on PS4, like, you know, Let's Play on PS4. Of course, you know, talking about other LEGO games, I do have LEGO DC Supervillains, which, that would be kind of cool. And I've got LEGO Marvel Super Heroes 2, which is probably one of my favorite LEGO games. In terms of like favorite LEGO games, this one is one of my favorites, and then LEGO Marvel 2 I really enjoy, and then probably LEGO Batman 2. Those are probably my 3 favorites. I also have a lot of nostalgia for LEGO Indiana Jones and LEGO Batman 1. So both of those I have a lot of nostalgia for as well. But yeah, I could do LEGO Marvel 2, I could do LEGO DC Supervillains. Oh, speaking of LEGO, so news just came out that the LEGO Disney game that has been worked on for quite a long time now actually got canceled.
Trouble's brewing.
Which stinks. Really, really stinks. Apparently due to the success of Disney Dreamlight Valley. Apparently a lot of the concepts that they were working on for the LEGO Disney game were done way better in Dreamlight Valley, and they just decided to cancel it because I guess maybe people would think it's a copy of it? I don't know. It's a very strange situation why they canceled it. But instead, they're working on LEGO Batman 4. Like, cool. I love it. So you've got LEGO Batman 1 through 3, you've got LEGO DC Supervillains, the LEGO Batman movie story pack, and now LEGO Batman 4. I'm like, geez, guys. I mean, look, I enjoy all those games. I think all of them are really good, but really, LEGO Batman 4? I mean, I don't know. I mean, when is enough? You know, enough is enough. When do you get to that point? But on the other side, it's been about 6 years since the last. Oh no, never mind. I was gonna say 6 years since the last LEGO Batman related thing, and then I forgot. I literally just mentioned LEGO DC Supervillains, and that game came out in 2018. I think it was 2018 or very early 2019. But actually, LEGO Marvel Superheroes would be cool because I have the season pass for that, so I could show off the DLC as well. I do not have the season pass for LEGO DC Supervillains. I used to. I used to own LEGO DC Supervillains on Xbox One. And then I had to, well, not had to, but I sold my Xbox One. And for good reason, yeah. For once in my life, I actually do not regret selling a game console. It finally happened. Yeah, I don't regret selling my Xbox One at all. I never want to buy another Xbox One ever again. I had barely any exclusives for it, and after selling it, I bought, I had probably I had a lot of games for it. But luckily, a lot of them were digital Xbox 360 games, which now that I bought an Xbox 360 again, I have all of them back. So the only things that were left were the physical and digital Xbox One games. And after selling the Xbox One, I bought back like 18 out of the 20 games that I had. So, and the games that I didn't, or not 18 out of 20, but like I bought back like 15 out of 25. And the other 10 games I had, honestly, I don't really care about that much. The Xbox One was, and the reason I kept it for so long, I never really cared for it that much outside of like the first year of owning it. Because, the first year of a console, no matter how bad it is, you're all excited because it's, the first year of owning a console.
Learn their names, man.
But, after that, the Xbox One kind of became my whatever console. I just buy a crap ton of games because they're all cheap, and Xbox constantly had sales. So I bought, like, Gianna's Sister's Twisted Dreams, even though I never played it once. I bought Goat Simulator, even though I never played it once. Actually, I take that back. I played Goat Simulator, like, a couple hours, but I still hate it. I don't know why I played it. I think I just played it because I was bored one day. Yeah, I bought Jump Force. I played it for about 30 minutes, and I freaking hate it. I hate that game so much. It's not terrible, it's just, it's not terrible, it's just not that fun to play. So I guess in that case, yeah, it is terrible.
Particular money spinner will be the Triceratops ring toss. A variant of the fairground mainstay with the added difficulty of the competitors having to get the hoops over a moving target. I'd wager that one will bring in quite the pretty penny.
But, yeah. So, see, yeah, you can smash into both of those. But what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna go over here. Because if I'm remembering right, this is actually extra. Yeah, this is all extra, because you see right there where the raptors are, that's you know, a mini kit. But yeah, that's the one time where, like recently, as of like fairly recently, I sold a Vita and a Xbox One. So this was like you know, yeah, less than a year ago. As for the Vita, I still don't really regret it that much. If anything, I might buy a PlayStation TV, which I think is kind of a really neat device. Ever since I got the PlayStation Vita, actually, before I got the PlayStation Vita, I was like, ooh, I want a PlayStation TV, this thing's so cool, and I do think it's cool. I mean, the game library's pretty limited, but, I mean, other than that, I think it's actually really cool to play PS Vita games on a TV, especially since a lot of the LEGO games are compatible with it. But at the same time, I don't really care that much about it. You know, I'm gonna buy myself a PSP, so there's no reason, you know. So in terms of playing PSP games on TV, well, I won't need it for that. And the LEGO games are all on 3DS, and I've already bought a good amount of them back on 3DS. The ones that I had on PS Vita, so it's like, yeah, I don't think I'll ever buy it, but you know, it's kind of a what-if situation. So I'm still okay with selling the Vita.
One might say.
Sorry, I'm drinking my my Dr. Pepper.
He's got a broken leg. Let's get in the car before they hear us.
Out of your mind?
Slow
Do you
your
have any
voice.
idea what that is?
Come on, open the door.
You're nuts.
See, now this is interesting because on the 3DS game, the level ends right after that.
Where are you going, Dad?
Mommy's very angry.
So that should make an interesting
I like how it
chapter
plays
in the book.
the you know, the build complete music.
Hang on to something! Hang on to something! Who's hurt?
So this scene is basically like nearly identical to the 3DS version. You know, even the avoiding obstacles and getting a mini kit there. Except on this version, it's a little bit harder to avoid stuff. The 3DS version, it was a little bit easier to avoid this stuff. It also took a lot less time. This is very slow compared to the 3DS version. They gotta just extend that time limit. They're like, well, the other levels are 20 minutes. Let's make this one a lot longer. You know, or we gotta extend that time limit. There's not a lot of stuff we can do with this level, so let's add in. Let's make your character go really slowly. So you're playing as this guy. You know, the guy that I don't like that much. Like I mentioned before, he has this gun, and what happens with the gun is you'll be trying to, you know, punch something right in front of you, and then he'll accidentally shoot something far away. It's not so much happening here, but, you know, especially in kind of more open areas, that is what happens most of the time. But yeah, you know, in terms of other games I can play on PS4, I just recently did a Let's Play on Astro's Playroom and actually completed it. I would love to play that game again, not particularly right now, which is why, you know, I'll include it later, but Astro's Playroom would be great. You know, that would be a great game. I think, honestly, I kind of wish I live streamed my first experience with that game, because my first experience with that game, if you saw my face, I had this massive smile, like I was a 5-year-old figuring out what the Wii was for the first time. Every time it was like, oh, it's got sensitive triggers. And I was like, oh my gosh, it's got sensitive triggers. Look, if I press it down, it like rumbles a little bit. Oh my gosh, and it's like, it was literally just like, yeah, I was feeling like a 5-year-old again, just like figuring out what the Wii was. Whoa, if you move the controller, it actually moves your game, whoa! That's literally what it was. So I kind of wish I recorded my first experience, but I still feel like a second playthrough would still be fun. But I do kind of want to forget the game. And what I mean by that is, true, I cannot literally have the exact same experience again, and it will not feel the exact same. But if I maybe don't play it for like a year or so, I might forget a lot of the references that are in the game and a lot of the items you can collect, and a lot of the gimmicks. And it won't like feel totally new, but it'll feel somewhat new. So that's what I think is going to happen with Astro's Playroom. So you won't be seeing a Let's Play of that for a while, probably. And then you gotta swap over and...
rate of climb?
And, you know... I like how, yeah, they have a trail of studs there, leading you to believe that...
No, not Enrique. Ian.
You know, leading you to believe that it's like, oh, I moved it that way, and then you just get hit. Also, depth perception is a big part of this. Sometimes you may think something is farther away, but it's not.
Hold on!
Get out of here, raptors.
What was that?
Oh, there you go. That's the first time I actually wanted to shoot something. And it worked. So we should be just about done here, I think. You just gotta, you know, climb up a little bit more, and that's it for the stage. See, look at that. Okay, look at that one. It was so dark I couldn't even see that fly down. See, there you go.
Our communication equipment's been destroyed. We're stuck here, ladies and gentlemen, and stuck together thanks to you people.
At least we came prepared. There's a communication center here, in the old operations building. If we can get here, we can send a radio call for the airlift.
I do kind of like that, though. I kind of find that interesting. They're not, like, ultimate supervillains. Like, they're not gonna kill him. You'd expect that. I feel like there was another Jurassic Park movie. Was it Fallen Kingdom. Where, like, it's like, oh, a big bad supervillain, and he tries killing Odin Brady. Yeah. Like, just, like, absolutely murdering him. did like, or not murdering him, but like letting the lava kill him. And I'm like, I like how in this they're not like supervillains. Like, yeah, he's a businessman, yeah, but he's not gonna kill people. He's not an evil businessman, he's just a businessman that, you know, has somewhat distorted desires of what he wants to do with so I guess kind of clueless in a way. I mean, he's still like sort of evil because he's trying to like exploit this, but at the same time, like, I don't know, I just kind of like that aspect of it. Anyway, that'll be it for this part, so I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.